Where my girls at?
Taking the spicy red, keep it locked in.
Where my girls at?
Keep on watching while the beat keep knocking.
Where my girls at?
You love the flow, it's the lady show.
Where my girls at? Yeah. Where my girls?
Ashanti is pregnant with her first child with Nelly. It was reported that Nelly's ex of 6 years, Shantae Jackson, she said on a show she wanted love, marriage, and then family, in that order. Critics of Ashanti and Nelly's circle the block relationship say too many minority women are too comfortable with being just baby moms. Gurus, do you agree with that?
Yes, to some extent.
Yeah, I think it's actually, it's a thing. I mean, where did the term come from? It's a thing. It's a whole thing. Baby mama.
First of all, there's a lot of people that saying that Ashanti was Nelly's rebound.
Remember when I told y'all that there's somebody out there for everybody, and what one woman is not willing to accept, another woman is there with her hands out waiting for crumbs? That's exactly the situation that reminds me of this whole Nelly and Ashanti relationship, right? He was with that other woman for nearly a decade. And she went on that show and she said, I don't want to be just a baby mama. I want to be a wife. Like, I want it to be love, marriage, baby, and in that order. And in that order. And we don't know why they broke up, or at least I don't know why they broke up. And now he's rebounding with Ashanti, and let's just call it what it is. It's a rebound, sis. Like, it's a rebound.
And I'm thinking, how the heck is that true? Because
Exactly.
they
Make it
were
make
together
sense.
before.
Exactly.
Yes, I highly disagree with that. I feel
Yeah.
like, you can be with somebody and, part your ways and experience other things. And once you experience those other things, sometimes it's like, well, damn, I messed up. Like,
Or even if you could grow as a person upon that separation. You have now found yourself. You knew what you did wrong. You want to make it right. And if you're willing to take me back, I'm willing to show you. You know what I mean? Like, that's all that is opening up your heart. Everybody needs love, bro. Like, at the end of the day, so if that's where they found their love at, then kudos to them,
And also, I mean, there was an issue. There was an issue also with them saying that some kind of way that Ashanti failed in being in the situation of love, marriage, and then kids. I don't all of a sudden because she was pregnant.
I hate to see Ashanti going out bad like this, because honestly, when I saw that she was pregnant, in my head, I said, yikes. Because already, sis, and why didn't you make him marry you? But this is a middle-aged man who did not marry the woman that he was engaged to for 7 years. And he's probably not going to marry Ashanti either. And if we're really keeping it a buck, probably the only reason that he's with Ashanti is because he's already middle-aged and he's nearing the end of his life, and he wants somebody to spend the rest of his life with, and he wants a kid. And Chantel was not going to give him a kid without marriage. A lot of black women are too comfortable being the baby moms. Now, Chantel was like, I'm not going to be a baby mom. But Ashanti was like, oh, please, please love me. I'll be your baby mom. Girl.
That's how it's saying that. Like, what does your career look like? Because she is popping, popping. She chose her career first, okay? She wasn't worried about no kids. She wasn't worried about no marriage. She was living her best life for the last umpteen years. And whoever said that, I hope, are you happy? I don't know.
I feel like that's another culture problem. It's all these people who they got something to say. It's on both sides. Because I saw a lot of people saying that, and I'm like, wow, who are y'all to be saying that about her? First of all, y'all don't know her personally. Second, most of the people who saying that probably are not married either. Probably got a whole bunch of stuff going on. It's just y'all just miserable.
Conversation starter. Nowadays, everything is a topic. Nowadays, everything is a conversation piece.
Yep.
So that's all that is. It's just
I was like, okay.
And I would venture out, you know what I'm saying, and say that maybe, no disrespect to Miss Shantae, But maybe Nelly was in love with Ashanti to begin with.
And was.
A man know what he wants, okay?
Yeah. It's unfortunate that they were I didn't even know, to be honest, that she was engaged to her for all of those years.
I didn't know
I
that
had
either.
no idea. Exactly. I didn't have any idea about that. But for people to be chiming in and talking about, he didn't marry her, so he's not gonna marry Ashanti. Y'all just sound dumb. They two different people. And I can't say he didn't feel whatever for her. That's between them. I have no idea. But yeah, like you said, people know what they want, especially men, even though y'all a little special. Y'all know what y'all want deep down, even if y'all can't fully express it, because he shouldn't have been with that girl for that long if he wasn't feeling that. But that is what happens. It happens every single day.
Maybe it's just intervine invention. Am I saying it right?
Divine intervention.
Divine intervention. There we go. I said it all wrong. That's all that is right there. Right.
Exactly.
That's all that do just in time.
And not only that, maybe like you just said, maybe it's the universe.
Yeah,
maybe
it's just their time.
Maybe the only person that's mad is Irv.
Irv said he got a plethora of beautiful women. He ain't thinking about no Ashanti.
That's what you said. He got a plethora of beautiful
women.
Not because I'm just saying, like, I think like there's just way too much judgment out there. People are always trying to find a source to find something. And at the end of the day, it's like they're trying again and she winds up pregnant, okay. And if it don't work, okay. They both got enough money to take care of this kid. And it's not even celebrity-wise. Other people know what they're getting themselves into too sometimes. Sometimes they don't know. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I'm now divorced, right? But now, my kids are still okay. Like, I just feel like what one person thinks is supposed to be a family unit doesn't have to fit everybody's narrative. Like my mother, my stepfather, I call him my stepfather, though they were never married, like never got married, and he's my stepfather. Like it worked. They were together forever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but yeah, I agree. You can't everybody. I think everyone else is gonna have a different look just based on like how they were raised or what they believe in. But I just find it whack to look at somebody and to be talking about they lost or they should have did it this way. Because you probably ain't do it that way. Worry about yourself.
Like I just spa right now. What you talking about? Like she getting a massage. Like what? Why you over here talking about what she ain't got or what?
Exactly. Because there are people who strongly feel like they don't want to get married. Yeah, they don't. It's like that's not for everybody to be chiming in on.
Well, I agree with everybody's perspective. Basically, I feel the same way what Ty just said, as far as like to each his own. I mean, what worked for one person, like Marcy said, might not work for the next person. You can't treat every situation the same way. Just because it worked for that individual doesn't mean it's gonna work for me, because we have different personalities, different circumstances, a lot of different things going on. So I mean, all the gurus, like the ladies, just nailed it pretty much.
All right. Gurus, the reported feud between Kim Kardashian and Taylor Swift has surfaced again. The 2016 phone call between Taylor Swift and Kanye West that transfixed the world when Kim Kardashian published 3 minutes of it on Snapchat to paint Swift as a liar has now been leaked in its 25-minute entirety.
And then stand on the other side of it until I knock for you. Okay, just lock. No, you can't grab that. Lock the door. So my next single, I wanted you to tweet it. It's a Good Friday. We're dropping it as a Good Friday song. So that's why I'm calling you. That I wanted you to put the song out. Yeah. All right.
Like, what would people? I guess it would just be people would be like, why is this happening?
Well,
they think it had something to do with it, probably.
Well, the reason why it will be happening is because it has a very controversial line at the beginning of the song about you.
What does it say?
Okay, so it says, and the song is so dope, and I've literally sat with my wife, with my whole management team, with everything, and tried to rework this line. I've thought about this line for 8 months. I've had this line and I tried to rework it every which way, and the original way that I thought about it is the best way, but it's the most controversial way. So it's gonna go Eminem a little bit. So can you brace yourself for a second?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It says, wait a second, you sound sad.
Well, is it gonna be mean?
No, I don't think it's mean.
Okay, then let me hear it.
Okay. It says, and the funny thing is, when I first played it and my wife heard it, she was like, huh? What? That's too crazy, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, when Ninja from D. Antwoord heard it, he was like, oh my God, this is the craziest. This is why I love Kanye, blah, 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 that kind of thing. And now it's like my wife's favorite line. I just want to give you some premise of that, right?
Okay.
Okay. So it says, to all my South Side that know me best, I feel like Taylor Swift might owe me sex.
It's not known who let the full video recording that was made by one of West's associates out of the bag, but it paints a much more interesting picture of the conversation and of both artists' state of mind at the time than the heavily edited snippets that Kardashian first presented to the world. A full account of the phone call establishes that as they discussed West's forthcoming song Famous, the hip-hop titan never did read Swift the I made that be famous line that she ultimately reacted against, putting their former feud back in motion. In fact, at one point she expresses relief that he did not use the B word in the song, so far as she knew.
Yo, that whole even the conversation that they had over the phone was wild.
That's because Kanye's a wild boy.
Yeah.
A wild boy right there.
Literally.
Uncontrollable watch. Yeah.
He don't care.
Now the initial situation is he wanted Taylor Swift to drop the album or song on her Twitter. And so he called her up asking her, hey, look, I want this to be on your Twitter. And the reason why I want it to be on your Twitter is because the first line mentions you. And the first line about Taylor Swift was so wild and weird. Like, I can't even believe he called her up with that.
I mean, are we at a point where we can't believe anything Kanye says anymore? Because
I know, like,
I'm not there. Like, I'm nothing shocks me about that man. Nothing.
I know. It's really wild to think about. Like, oh my gosh. Like, he wouldn't call Beyonce and do that. I think he know who to play with. No, he wouldn't be calling her.
He's not
It's so bugged out to me. Like, and then that's why you really gotta watch who you with. Because at the time, Kim Kardashian was with, like Darcy said, Wild Boy. And she actually thought this was a good idea for whatever reason. I guess she thought he convinced her that this was a good idea and she edited.
Well, supposedly, this is what I think also. And the supposed part of it is that she did not approve of the original lyrics. Okay. Right. She was against it. And because that's your were they married at the time? I'm not sure. That's your husband.
I think they were.
So, the union of it all, he wanted to quote unquote satisfy her a little bit. So he gave Taylor Swift a call, knowing in his head that he was still wrong, but trying to still, let me see if I could get this little girl to agree to what I'm saying, okay? And he tried to persuade her or whatever, and she was like, oh, and then, it didn't really work out how he wanted to work out, and they had to, they edited it a little bit, and he was like, you know what, I'm gonna still get what I want, okay? We gonna edit this call a little bit, and it's gonna work out how I want it to work out, because I'm Kanye West. That's how I feel Ted from all of that.
Hey, yo, so what also came into my mind is that, how do y'all feel about because Taylor Swift says she was so affected by this that she went off to herself to make sure, just to get herself together for about a year.
Oh Lord.
Then the question becomes, how do you feel about somebody recording you without you knowing?
Yeah, that's not cool. I hate stuff
Violation.
like sneaky, untrustworthy.
All the things. It's absolutely. But if you're doing that, I just feel like just doing that in general just shows that there's some wrong on their side. It just proves you're doing wrong.
Listen.
Why are you sneaking that?
I don't trust nobody, and I definitely would not be trusting nobody in this industry. And I have a motto. I work as though I'm being watched. That's what I do. Because you don't know what's going on. You can't trust me. You gotta be smart.
This is a thing called professional courtesy, right? So like they're celebrities, so they have images and they know, Kanye is like doing this like sneakily, and she's, obviously people have sometimes different personalities. I'm not really a big fan of Taylor Swift, not because of her music. I do like some of her music, but I feel like she's like, feigns like outrage at the slightest thing sometimes, and then like she comes into the public when it's somebody hurt her feelings, but she doesn't speak on special topics that are in relation to the same things that she's now speaking about because somebody did it to her. Like I feel like there is a level of professional courtesy that should be honored, but Kanye is Kanye. So if you're going to be on the phone with Kanye, that I personally would be like very filtered. Like, I mean, I'm never going to be on the phone with Kanye. But
nowadays, you just got to be filtered, period. Like, what? You never know.
Yep.
All right, gurus, we have a special guest host today. She goes by the name of Jonelle. She is a poet, and she's serious about them lyrics.
Didn't I tell you when we first met that the essence of your manhood, rare and unheard of, drew me in soon as the density of your verbal artistry released its most pure and authentic scent of chivalry? Is when I realized I might have failed, quite honestly. The once parched and desolate slot in my heart immediately, yet healed, rolled out the red carpet of vulnerability. Because I swear the directions you follow guided you right to me. I mean, I was innocently strolling down the new avenue, around the corner from Welcome Boulevard, and a hop, skip, and a jump from a location only you can find without a map, without any type of assistance. You disclose no resistance, but surely express with continuing persistence a genuine type of articulation, causing a sincere stimulation in a place where I held vacant without much hesitation, just stationed, waiting for the perfect situation. Then you arrive at the right destination. I mean, the connection is out of this world. I was damn near speechless. Just a few questions like, are you the Clyde to my Bonnie, the Ricky to my Lucy? Because you got me wanting to be the Cleo to your Anthony, the June to your Johnny. You fascinate me. You intrigue me, tickle my fancy bone. I mean, we grown, right? I feel your energy bathe my soul with admiration. Truly a feeling of intoxicating seduction. Even in your momentary physical absence, you got me fantasizing about all types of steamy and erotic passions that we've both been so anxious about. Truth is that since we on this gamey topic, you and I have this blazing chemistry where you entice my vitality. You tickle the ivories like Liberace in a kinky fashion without even touching me. You long to make those love songs come into existence, right? And though you're not too close, you're definitely not too distant. I realize you are the aphrodisiac to my essence, the moon to my crescent, the expansion to my blessings. And like Usher, these are my confessions. These are deep feelings, so I don't hold back expressing them. See, I just don't want you guessing. So once you start repressing them, then you start regressing till there's no more progression, and then kicks in depression. And I refuse to. So I'll keep addressing you like day one because I think one day you're gonna love me and I'ma love you. See, this type of attachment we share, no doubt things can get messy. A state-of-the-art intimacy. Even if we quarrel, the bond supersedes intensely. This could be a Sylvie's love, notebook type of love, Jones bulletproof love, can't throw it away type of love. A love that can soar like an eagle above all birds and clouds. An imperfect link, an infatuation that screams passion and tenderness defiantly out loud. above and beyond a vast ocean with no boundaries, wanting to create memories, fixated on my heart's melodies. This music you created in a once muted space, could this be destiny? Though you're not here right now to see, I can show you better than I can tell you, baby. This could be whatever we want it to be. Thank you.
Nice.
Appreciate
Excellent.
it. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent.
Good.
So, Jonelle, why are you so serious when it comes to words and lyrics?
Well, actually, this poem that I just the spoken word that I just read to y'all, I just actually did this last month, like end of October, beginning of November, because I was invited to a friend of mine's like party where she had like spoken word artists and poets. She invited me in the past couple of years. She's invited me maybe like 2-3 times. So during COVID, I couldn't do it. So she invited me this time and I went. And I haven't written anything in a while, maybe a couple of years. So I was like, you know what, I need to do something new. So I was actually inspired by someone, and that's how this all came about. That's why it's so heartfelt, because I actually meant it. And what else can I say about this? It's actually like a true story. I'll say that. I was inspired by a man, and he heard it. He wasn't there when I read it though. I told him after. He wasn't at the event. But this is one of my best pieces, I can say. I think because it just really came from the heart. Not saying I didn't write from the heart before, but this time around it was a little bit different. So I'm very proud of this. Like I said, I think it's one of my best pieces. And yeah.
You know what? We're definitely going to be listening. And now that you said all of that, we're going to be dissecting each part of the poem, which is what you want everybody to do, right?
Right.
Now, one last question. Are poets artists?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Still.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
And I'll elaborate on it if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
Me personally, I'm like an artsy person. I'm an actress. I've always been into the whole, ever since I was younger. Like my dad bought me a camcorder when I was 18 as a senior year present, and I always just like prop it up and do like family videos and little silly stuff, like remake movies, little skits. So before Instagram came along and all this other stuff, like I was already doing that. I've been doing that. So I already had like this thing about being in front of the camera. Even though I wanted to act, I was shy. So I tried it a couple times, modeling, all that, but it just it just didn't work out at that time. Fast forward to like a few years ago, things, doors started to open for me with the acting. So I started doing stage plays, and then I've been doing open mics, but they weren't my greatest, and I was reading off my notebook. This one right here that I did, it was the day before Thanksgiving that I did this poem at my friend's birthday event. And I didn't use my notebook. Like I read it to you guys off my paper because I haven't practiced it and I didn't want to like stutter. But I didn't use my notebook, which was first time I did something like that before. Like as far as like spoken word, I've always used like my notebook, like I said. So yeah, so and then I started doing open mics, and then now other doors are opening. So I'm working like on a series that is based off a play. And I'm like I said, I'm an artsy person, so I'm like a poet. I'm an actress. I like to draw, so that's just me. And I find being a poet is an art form because when I put my words on the paper, like I do a lot of research. Like I do, I'll go on Rhyme Zone, or I'll talk to Alexa and ask her for synonyms to this word, so I don't use simple words. But I also don't like to make it too complicated, because I think that's irritating when you make it too complicated, where people don't understand where you're coming from, or they don't understand the meaning of a word, or, so I try to make it sound smart, but not too extra, so everybody can relate kind of. And yeah, so, and I don't do too many analogies and metaphors, but I try, I try like the whole little line there about Liberace and the little, what I say there.
Can I ask you something? Because, okay, so the difference between writing music, a songwriter and a poet, like I write music, but I find like there's a lot of similarities, right? But there are also differences. So I think I could relate to the similarities more than I can relate to the differences. But what would you say the differences are?
In songwriting and in poetry?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's a good one. All right, so let me just say this first. When I was younger, I used to want to be a rapper, but I couldn't do it because anytime I tried to, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I can't write a beat. Like I write like a rhyme or something, and I can't go to a beat. I couldn't. The rhythm was off, and I just tried. People tried to teach me, and I was like, you know what? All right, I'm gonna stop that. So, and then the reason I became a poet was because of Tupac. I read the book, The Rose That Grew from Concrete, and that was in 2008. So he inspired me to write poetry. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll go with poetry. So I started writing, like I said, I was drinking, and I was like, sometimes I'll listen to like lo-fi, like poetry, like, like meditation music, not meditation music, but like the lo-fi music that they have on YouTube for inspiration. I don't try to make it a song or like a rap, but I use it to help me concentrate and to help me like get in the feeling and the vibe of what I'm trying to write. Or like if I listen to a specific beat and I don't like it, I just change it. And then I'll keep on trying and I'll change it until I find one that kind of sits well with me. And I'm like, okay, this one works. Now I'm feeling a little bit inspired. I feel this vibe. So let me try to write off of that, but not to make it a song, just for inspiration, like for a feeling, you know what I'm saying? So the difference to me is it's not that much different. The only thing I can say is like I'm not a singer and I can't write a beat. So that's it. Words are words. I think it's kind of similar more, than anything.
Right. Well, we want to thank you for being a creative. We want to thank you for being here. Thank you for
You're
sharing.
welcome.
Thanks for sharing your art.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
All right.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate y'all.
No problem.
It was amazing.
All right. I guess we're not doing the introduction. So this is LGS News, guys. Get your ears propped up. Court rejects Jussie Smollett's appeal of hoax case conviction. An appellate court in Illinois upheld the actor's conviction on charges of filing a false police report claiming he was the subject of a racist and homophobic attack in 2019. Mr. Smollett was sentenced to 5 months in jail last year, but only served 6 days on the term before he was released on appeal. In other news, 3 men convicted of killing rapper XXXTentacion, Michael Boatwright, age 28, Dedrick Williams, age 26, and Trayvon Newsome, age 24, were all found guilty of first-degree murder and armed robbery. They will receive the mandatory life sentences at a later date. The defendants showed little emotion as each stood and handcuffed by the bailiff. Okay, and in more news, Virginia woman stops at a store for a soda, wins a $100,000 lottery prize. Damn! Janet Bain of Cumberland told Virginia lottery officials she stopped at the Hamden Sydney Exxon on Farmville Road in Farmville to buy a beverage and ended up buying 3 scratch-off lottery tickets alongside with her soda. One of the tickets, a Wild Tens game, turned out to be a $100,000 winner. I was in shock and in awe, Bain recalled. I thought I was seeing it correct. I wasn't seeing it correctly. Bain said she has big plans for her winnings. I bet you do, girl. It's going to be a great Christmas. Amen. That was, in case you were busy or you just didn't know what the hell was going on, Lady Guru Show news for you.
Hey, won't he do it?
Okay, that's amen.
Won't he will?
Listen,
Crazy.
I be praying for that.
Oh my God.
Rihanna shares 2 sons, RZA and Riot Rose, with rapper ASAP Rocky, who is facing jail time in a criminal case. Rihanna fears she will become a quote-unquote single mom as her boy and father of her kids, ASAP Rocky, faces jail time after being accused of firing a semi-automatic handgun at former friend ASAP Relly. But girls, what's your thoughts though?
Why he ruining
She gonna be all right.
Single moms is probably reading this weird, like they want to read it in a way.
No, really, she's gonna be all right.
But okay, so can we look at the human aspect of it though? She's she's a celebrity. She has money. That's why we're saying she'll be all right. But is that the only aspect that is needed when it comes to child rearing and raising kids and all that?
She's not gonna be all right.
We don't know what time he's facing now. So
right.
at the moment,
Yeah.
we're just gonna say she's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like what she fears is it being more than just a little bit of time, like, or having to raise her sons, or him being made an example of, and then having to raise her son. It's 2 boys, right? Sons, without their father, especially, Black men, they get so critical of, them not being around raising for the mother, helping the mother raise the children. So I think I get what she says, because she doesn't necessarily, elaborate on what she means by that. She's just basically saying, I think what she means is, not having him there for them. Not necessarily. She's gonna be all right. She's a billionaire, She's a billionaire. She's gonna be fine, but that's your dad. You want your kid raised with your father. Most people do anyway.
And there's also a possibility that just because he is a celebrity and just because he is married to, is he married to Rihanna? He's married to her.
No, they're not married.
Anyway, just because he is together with Rihanna, the judge could possibly be extra hard on him because of that.
They didn't have like a secret wedding. Am I get that from?
No, I didn't hear about nothing like
Girl,
that.
Rihanna is not married, honey bunny.
Okay. I
Let it go. She ain't married.
No. Okay.
Were they ever engaged?
No.
Okay.
Not that I know of.
Yeah, so I mean, at the end of the day, though, she does.
I'm pretty sure if he do go to jail, she gonna get them conjugal visits. So yeah, she gonna get married and we gonna get that wedding.
You think
they're getting conjugals out there?
Hell yeah, why not?
I would.
She's Rihanna. She's
a little freak.
If
T.I. and Tiny had their little sectioned off area where they could go, I'm pretty sure they'll make an exception for them.
But I'm saying, like, you gotta get married for that, though.
He is. Don't worry.
They will. Yeah,
they will.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. That prediction.
How that go? As soon as they get locked up, they get married. They gotta see something, and they gotta do what they gotta do.
That is an issue, though. I mean, she didn't just touch on nothing. I mean, the fact that, she could be, I mean, she could turn around and be a single mom just like that. And with the judge wilding out, you never know how they feel about the culture.
Yeah. 9 years is a long time.
Ooh, baby.
These babies are babies.
That's what they're threatening him with?
Yeah. Possibly, yeah.
Damn.
Well,
that's a long damn.
That's what happens when you want to mess with a gangster.
I know. That's why I'm like,
yeah, right.
That's what you like.
So I have a hard time looking for
think about it now.
Yeah, she got that rude boy.
Your baby might be a baby mama now.
I can't.
Join the club.
Oh my gosh.
It happened to anybody.
Right. So unfortunate.
Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert's divorce is getting messy. It looks like Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert split wasn't as amicable as they made it seem. Court documents obtained by TMZ in November show that Taylor filed for divorce in January. Taylor alleged that Shumpert had been treating her cruelly and displaying extreme narcissistic behavior throughout the majority of their marriage. In response, Shumpert is asking the court to change the reason for filing from cruel treatment to irretrievably broken bond. Did I say that right? Yeah.
What in the divorce?
Who would think of this?
This is unacceptable.
I ain't mad at him. I would want that thrown on my name.
But you know what? That was her experience.
And it very well could be. But the fact that this is public knowledge, this is public.
And the fact that she only had their initials and he wanted to make it into something else, nobody knew it was public.
Yeah,
it was private with the initials.
But what she did before this, right? She clapped at us a couple times. Like, don't be talking about my
because at the end of the
baby
day,
daddy,
still
my
her
husband, my whatever. Because we have a great relationship. Okay, this is what she's put out to us.
She saved her face. We already know that's a lie.
So you gonna lie? You gonna tell the truth? Which one is it? Did you have?
But remember, everything is always going to be an image. So when the image is not imaging, you know, you got to make stuff to make it right, or like what he's trying to do. And the picture that he's being portrayed in, it ain't Picasso. So
but when you file these court documents, though, right? That's how TMZ gets a hold of everything.
Yeah. But that's the thing. No one knew
knowledge, right?
Because it was initials.
Yeah.
Okay.
No one knew. So even if it was filed back in January, no one knew. And she still had us going because she didn't want the public to know. Now he's like, but slowly things are starting to come out. We're gonna make everybody know now. And we're gonna say this, and because he want to add his 2 cents in it because he sounds like a hit dog.
Yeah.
So I feel like she's a liar now.
I'm not saying he's a liar, but I'm just saying that
I feel like she's a liar now.
I wouldn't say that she's a liar. I say that she was just saving face because she don't want him to be put in a bad light. Oh, you're jealous of me. I'm getting more deals than you. This, that. Of course, you're not going to want to make your husband make it seem like you're jealous of you. You know what I mean? So you're going to now, okay, let's just seal this off and make it cute. You know, put a little ribbon on it. And then hopefully it doesn't get leaked out. But because he's bitter or he's upset or, you know, he feel how he feel, he now want to shed light on what's happening. And now that's how everybody got to see what was in the court documents and why she's divorcing him.
But
it was never
if
known.
that's the case, though, then why even in the first place? If you care about how your husband looks, then why don't you care about how he looks to the court while you're filing your divorce and just keep it simple?
But can we just say, though, isn't this the art of divorce? I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, is there like it may not be as deep as what was saying. It could just be that these two people are now looking out for their interests.
Mm-hmm.
It could be that you know, now that the divorce is rolling, they looking at paperwork saying, oh, well, wait a minute. And so in a divorce, you know, your lawyer starts talking to you. The other person's lawyer starts talking and maybe they're saying, you know, look out for yourself. I don't know.
I don't know either. Anything's possible. But yeah, I mean, it just sucks that we're getting two different things. I mean, I feel like maybe she shouldn't have came out with her post and said anything to back him up. Like if that stuff really happened, it really happened. Don't do that. And that's my girl. So I don't appreciate this. And today's her birthday.
Yeah, right. That's my girl. Right.
Sad game.
It could be also, I mean, if you even look at the Jeannie Mai situation and the Jeezy situation, I mean, you look at that divorce is getting messy as well. And, you know, obviously, you know, that's why I said it could be just a situation of you're parting ways and one person is just trying to make sure that their interest is being looked after and the other person is trying to do the same.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, because they saying that he's now living in their I guess whatever other home they owned, that's where he's living now. So it was some home that they were working on, like it was like a comic book doodle type of home that they were working on together, and it never got completed. So everybody didn't get to see the house. We saw like bits and pieces of it.
Yeah.
It was never completed because he didn't keep up his end of the bargain with the money. Oh, you do it. It sound like a cancer boy, child.
What?
That sound like
wait a minute.
That sound like a cancer man. I'm sorry. That sound like a bitter cancer man.
Oh my God.
You pay for it. I ain't doing.
Oh my goodness. It does. It does. It does.
Yeah, I know it firsthand.
Like there's another person that's parting ways. I know I don't know if you guys heard about it. Tracy Edmond and Deion Sanders.
Oh, Deion
are
Sanders
separating after 12 years.
Oh wow!
They were supposed to be married. I think he proposed to her 5 years into their relationship, and she still wasn't married after all of those years. You think she had the right to walk out, right?
Yeah. What is that about?
Well,
listen,
be honest.
These are the times of divorce I see for everybody.
Did she like putting business out or something? Did she put business out?
Well, no, she actually didn't put the business out, but she did release a statement. She released a statement. I don't know if she released a statement or actually Deion Sanders released a statement over Instagram. And he said, "Love you, Tracy, and you've been a true blessing to me. I appreciate the times we've shared and the laughs we had. You're an amazing woman and a tremendous mother. God bless you with every endeavor and every step you take. You are her, Tracy Mack." Now, huh?
What did you do?
Well, look, at the end of the day, 12 years.
Well, you're not putting out a statement like that if she the one that's at fault like that. What did you do, Mr. Deion Sanders? And I respect you as a coach. I respect you for, the things that you have accomplished and the type of drive and ambition.
And she was with him through those operations that he had as well. Those diabetes operations.
I don't know what he did. Did y'all watch that Charleston? What's his name?
Listen.
All right. I already got the back here. Oh, you I get booed. I done already got paid. You paid to see me. You paid to see me. Lakers chairs and pull out some money though. Pull out some money though. Pull out some money though. Pull out some money. Pull out. I hit you in your. Pull out some money. I hit you in your goddamn. Hit you in your. I keep telling y'all, I'm the mother. Sad Crockett. We left with the money bag and everything. We had a great show. Had them and they feeling. This that comedy make them poop. They were pooped in the ground. The whole ran up on stage. I waited for that to climb right like me. When I bust that, go tell him, look at his smile. Go with it, nephew. I on stage. Who was it?
Football tackled. How did that happen?
He used his shoulder. His uncle. Him and his uncle was sitting together. In a compromised position. His uncle had his arm around him like he was a girl, and they were the only two people in the crowd with basketball jerseys on. Everybody else had on cowboy boots, cowboy hats, and then had on basketball jerseys, and they was heckling me, and so I accused them of being a nephew and an uncle who each other, and they got mad.
Yo, listen,
got mad at me. They got mad at me. So the uncle with the Kobe Bryant jersey stand up and walked towards the stage and said, "Let me get on stage." And so I feared for my life and hit him with the flower vase. So listen, I was all right till the nephew went to reliving his high school days. He put a hell of a tackle on me, and whoever that nephew is, they need to give him credit for that sack for his last football game.
Charleston White, how he threw that pot at that guy in the audience, and he almost got jumped. Ciao.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about him. I like the things that he says, like the speaking about the youth and so forth like that. I like where the angle he's going on with that. And the thing that I'm realizing is that he was a let's fight for the people type of person. Let's go out there and help the community. I've saw receipts. I've saw interviews where he was on on news talking how he trying to help the community. I give him that. So I did my homework. But man, the way that he's the other angle he took to now get to people and make people listen, I don't like this angle. He gonna get himself hurt. You're gonna play with the wrong people. Yeah, but he goes online. Oh, look at me, y'all. I got away paid and unscathed. I ain't got no bruises on my face. I ain't got this. I ain't got that. And he act like he talking to a water cat. He did have a water cache because when you get your back end from the shows, that's what oh yeah, they said this about me. They said that about me. They tried to jump me, but I threw the flower pot at him. Then I threw the chair and the microphone hit the other and this, that. And homie is capitalizing off of his success or fame or whatever the hell it is right now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He's gonna mess with the wrong person, though. I tell you that. He gonna mess with the wrong person. He got jumped next time. He's saying he gonna hire security.
But you know what though? That's like it's definitely not the same tactic or strategy, but it's very similar in how it all works out. He's strategic. Maybe Cassie was strategic as well. I don't know, but it's just you're trying to accomplish. You have a goal at the end of the day that you're trying to accomplish, and you might do certain things to accomplish that goal, purposely or not purposely. Like how we talked about Cassie, putting that lawsuit out there. may shut the entire industry down. Okay. And whether that was intentional or not, that was the result of that. This man, he's very strategic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh so yeah.
He may end up accomplishing
oh yeah.
Trying to accomplish. So
yeah, he's very strategic, but you still got to be mindful of when you say F mob ties and F these people, like that's Jay Prince in them. You feel what I'm saying?
Also said he's willing to die for whatever he
This is what I'm trying to show you. You feel what I'm saying? Okay.
Means it.
You can't be messing around talking about people like that because they know people that know people that know people.
That you don't know.
Okay.
I guess he's being true to his word because he's
with the fishes real quick.
Die for what he's talking about. So
well, that's his strategy. Kudos to you, sir. You died for something,
I hope you don't die. I hope you don't die, sir.
I hope you don't die. You know what I mean? But I mean, the road that you're heading on, who knows?
After receiving her 5th Icon Award in the speech, Jennifer Lopez said, I don't have an Oscar and I don't have a Golden Globe. I don't have a Grammy. I don't have a SAG Award or a BFATA or a Critics' Choice or a Hollywood Film Award. Lopez said, but this is my 5th Icon Award. Gurus, has Jennifer Lopez been overlooked?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Absolutely.
What do y'all think she's famous for? What do y'all think?
On the 6th?
I say no.
Yes, I'm with you because I
mean, like I say no.
You don't think
you don't think that she's overlooked?
No. I think that this 5th icon award is what she is. I feel like
No,
she's an icon.
she's overlooked because she
when it comes to those other awards, I don't see it.
Listen, Jennifer Lopez has always been known for stealing. That's why she's not getting what the hell she thought she did.
Wait, what?
In the story.
Wait, what? You gotta unpack that.
I wasn't ready for that.
I was going in that direction, but guys,
she can't sing. Let's start there. Okay, cannot sing. Let's be 100%.
For why she does not have a Grammy. So,
and this is what I'm saying. Hello.
Right.
Songs that you have done are do-overs from other people. Where is your originality?
She's very heavy in the Latin community.
No, I get that because Living La Vida. I forgot the name of the song. I'm about to say the wrong song. I forgot the name of her little song.
She had a lot of.
That was my jam. I like that song.
Wasn't she nominated for a lot of Grammys too?
I don't even know. To be quite honest,
she has done a lot. I think she's a great actress.
That's why she's getting this icon award because she made herself very accessible. She's put herself out there. We see her everywhere. She sings, she dances, she acts, she does all of these things. You are an icon, sweetheart. You are an icon, but you're a great singer. You're not a great actress. You're not a great
acting though.
She's
good at acting, bro.
Categories.
She's a decent actress.
She is.
But
Selena was
yeah, she's a decent actress.
Yeah, but she should at least got something for Selena, bro.
All right, so look, let me ask a question, and this is gonna be controversial, and people gonna raise hell about this. But J-Lo, back in the day, was her voice the same talent-wise,
we know she
as Mary J. Blige?
Hell no.
Do you think? All right, let me ask you a question. Do you think when Mary J. Blige started singing, that she was on point as far as singing wise?
Oh, okay, I understand what you're saying.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people would say that that Mary J. Blige
was not the greatest singer.
Let me tell you something. Leave it to Shaka Khan. She still can't sing.
Right.
She still can't sing.
I still feel like Mary J. Blige, like I said before, she sings flat. She does sing flat. I know music, but the artistry and the passion and the talent and the just natural abilities that connects with people and the soul. Music is meant to evoke emotion, right? And Mary does that. So
nobody thinks Jennifer Lopez's music evokes emotion.
No.
Like her music that came out when she first came out, it's trendy, it's fun, like you feel something, but I'm not giving her a Grammy.
Right.
I ain't never bought an album.
Wow.
It's not because of her singer that it's the emotion that it's evoking is just the whole vibe of the song itself.
That's right. Exactly. I agree. Like everything Darcy was saying, all the things she does, and she got a makeup line, she got a collaboration with like a lingerie line. Like she's an icon. We see you. Just like Rihanna's an icon. People will say that she can't sing all of that great, but she's a full package.
Yeah.
She's a full package. Yeah. So whatever.
Marcy, go ahead.
Well, I personally just think like J-Lo is a great performer. Like she performs the hell out.
Yeah, we'll give her dance too.
That's where she started from.
Yes. As far as talent wise, I would say she's a decent actress. She's a pretty good actress. A singer. I've never been a fan of her music. I think that she can be considered an icon based on many things. She's been in the industry for as long as she's been in this industry. She's reached plateaus, and she has like spanned across different genres. So there's all kinds of people listening to her. It kind of puts her in that icon zone. So I don't know if anyone else in this group is Boricua, but the fellow Boricua in the group, like I guess I should fawn over her. But I mean, I think like, people who really like can be aware, like you could say like, all right, we get why she is, where she is now, but it's just hard to swallow the whole icon word because when you compare it to other icons,
right.
But
yeah, I never met a Jennifer Lopez fan, FYI.
Oh my God.
Never.
You don't say, Debbie.
Oh my gosh.
Never.
She's been around for many, 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 many years, and she's maintained her popularity to a certain level throughout
in the country and out the country.
Yes. Oh yeah.
She's, So that attribution to her, I understand. But J-Lo, don't be mad about the other stuff, though.
Yeah,
girl, you got a lot going
I
on.
think she can look. Let me say this. I think she could somewhat. I first of all, I think she should have got something.
The acting award.
Yeah, look at all of this stuff. Golden Globe, Grammy, SAG, nothing.
She definitely should have got a Golden Glove.
Selena, yes. Other movies in comparison to what were the other nominees at the time.
Right.
Yeah. No.
Not her.
No. She don't need to dominate everything. Like what she's doing is good. But like when I think of J-Lo, I think of all of that stuff that Darcy said. And then we think about, for her age, her body is incredible. She keeps herself together. Yes. She looks great. Like her fashion dresses well. That's what we like. That's what we think of. That's an icon. Yes. She needs to stay where she at. That's it.
Right. There we go, girl. You doing great in life.
Exactly. Absolutely. Jonelle, you got anything to add on that? I don't want to leave you out.
I'm not really a big J-Lo fan either. I'm Puerto Rican too, but no comment.
She's like, I'm Puerto Rican too, but nah.
I like her enough.
All right, everybody. It's been a good show.
All right.
For everybody out there, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Hey, Jonelle, thanks for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Hey, Gurus, this is the Lady Guru Show. And we are out of here.
Where my girls
Bye. Bye, ladies.
Good night. All right, everybody.
All right.